What's up, guys? Back with another video for you guys. If you recall, I did do a review on the Vivo iQOO 13 and how it is the Chinese version of the model that I purchased and I procured from AliExpress for about 500 or so dollars, 530 to be more precise. Um, this is a video on that. I've done a lot of testing. It's been absolutely fantastic. I have been able to tap and hold and uninstall most of the applications, most of the bloatware, but there are still some out there that I can't get rid of, like the browser and the V App Store and all that. So I've downloaded Shizuku right here, as well as Kanta right here, both of which are easily usable in terms of debloating your phone. And I've replaced the messaging app, for example, browser and all that, with Google Messages and Brave and Samsung Internet Browser and such. And there are just some things like right here, for example, I don't know what that is, but you can uninstall it. As you can see, many of the things can be uninstalled, just by tapping and holding and uninstalling it. But the system apps are the ones that cannot be uninstalled effectively, which, is a cause for concern for me at least. I want to get rid of all of the apps, or as much as possible, right? As many apps as possible. So what you want to do is, it's quite simple. You just go into settings, you go into about phone, you go into version information here, and then you're gonna go to software version and tap that a couple of times until you unlock your developer options, which I've already done, so I can't do it again, of course. So once you unlock your developer options, you go into system management and upgrade right over here. And then once you get into here, you can see at the very bottom developer options. This at the top here will be turned off. You should turn that on. Once you turn it on, you scroll down slowly here and then come to wireless debugging. Once you get into wireless debugging, you turn that on. It's going to ask if your network, if you'd like to allow, your network to be used. Just click allow always, and then Shizuku's the pair devices at the bottom. You're going to use pair device with pairing code after launching Shizuku, at which point it will uh, allow you to hit the pairing button here, and then it explains the details here. And then once you hit the pairing button, code will come up, and you use that code to enter it right here. Okay, so right now I am already paired. I don't need to redo this, but it's something that uh, you know you guys need to do in order to have it running. Once it starts running, you can see at the very top right here, Shizuku is running, so that's what you need. And then once you do that, you come into authorized applications here, and then you enable Kanta. Right, Kanta can be downloaded from GitHub directly or F-Droid as well as some other platforms. I will put a link in the description for Kanta. Once you get that and enable the authorized applications and do the Shizuku part of it, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Shizuku. Once you complete that process, which is very simple and straightforward, you come into Kanta and you start disabling your applications. As you can see, I have disabled some already. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other things that I'd like to get rid of on this device. And what we're going to start with here is, let's just take a look and see what's available, I guess. Because, like I said, I did get rid of some of them. So City in the Future, for example, I don't want this. I want to go ahead and delete that. Are you sure you want to install it? Yes. Now, a notification will come up telling you that, and like this, on an unknown source on your computer is attempting to uninstall to prevent malicious app uninstallations. Please log into your Vivo account. You don't need to do this. It just tells you this. You don't need to do it. Just press cancel. And then as you can see, it's gone. The City in the Future right here, which is the one that we tried to uninstall, is already uninstalled. This tab right here will show you the uninstall items, and this tab will show you the installed items currently. So once you get rid of that, you're all good to go. I don't want to use you know clock on the Android at all. I have my own application that I'd like to use, Alarm Extreme. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of those as well. As you can see now, those are gone too. Now, when you're playing with this and you're deep loading, you have to be extremely cautious not to remove certain apps unless you absolutely are certain that you know what you're doing and that they're not going to affect, your device's operational ability. Certain apps cannot be disabled, and if you do, the device will get bricked, which is essentially a freeze on the device. It will no longer function, and you will have to try to restore it, and sometimes you may not even be able to. So make sure that you do not do that. Now, the reason why I like this method is because you don't need a computer to do this. You can do this on a computer with almost any device, but I like to be able to do it on the phone. It's just much easier than doing it on the computer. It takes much less steps to achieve the same result. So just going over a few things. I'm not going to go over everything, but this is how you can do it. And if you want a list of the things that I will end up debloating or removing, just let me know and I'll be happy to provide those again for you guys in another video or perhaps even just in the comment section below. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please do let me know. By the way, this method is usable for many devices. So if you want to see it on some other devices that you have that you're unable to do it on a Xiaomi or other Chinese phones, just please let me know in the comment section below and I'll be happy to make it happen for you guys, make another video explaining how you can do that if you run into any problems. But the procedure is pretty straightforward for almost all devices, and there is a pretty good guide on the Shizuku app itself. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. See you next time.